the movies! Ooh, spooky edition!
We were not at the movie theater, but a new movie released on Netflix called Hubie Halloween.
What happened?
I have a hard time with
happened?
that sound at the beginning.
Hubie
Halloween. Hubie Halloween, new movie. This is a Adam Sandler movie. This was a Happy Madison production, right? Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Happy Madison? Yeah. Starring Adam Sandler. It was also starring a whole host of like recognizable actors.
Most notably Kevin James. Or
to us.
To us anyway.
Kevin James, Maya Rudolph.
Tim Meadows. What's the guy's name? He was in Billy Madison.
Rob Schneider. Oh, what's that guy's name?
Yeah.
He's in all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm talking about.
Buscemi. Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi.
Bang! Nailed it, Steve. Show over. No.
I saw the trailer and I was like, it looked like it was supposed to be like funny, but it's like set on Halloween, like this, kind of fun movie. I am not a huge like Happy Madison fan. You watched Adam Sandler movies.
Well, I grew up like any normal person that was around my age. Grew up watching Adam Sandler movies. The first one was Billy Madison, which wasn't a Happy Madison promotion. That was like not a movie he made, but he started in it. And is the best, probably the best of the genre, is Happy Gilmore, the one where he's the professional golfer.
Yeah.
I think that's even by Rotten Tomatoes score too.
Yeah.
However, he's made a whole lot of those similar type of movies
under this production company,
Yeah.
and they have a very like a quality, like you just know it when you see it.
It basically keeps remaking the same movie. I won't say that, but there is a certain quality and certain style that his movies have.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like them, and there's a lot of people that don't.
Yeah. So, Kelsey, what do you tell the people for Hubie Halloween? Go, wait, or skip?
Well, yeah, I think that, go, wait, or skip. We're going with our...
Like, hey, go see this movie. Like, don't wait on it. Wait, like, yeah, you can see this movie. Or skip it. You're not a skip. I know that.
Yeah, I'll say go see this movie. I don't think this is the best Adam Sandler movie that I've seen, but it is, as far as Adam Sandler movies go that he creates that have this quality about them, this is the best one that I've seen in a while. I think that the premise is interesting. It has a really great all-star cast, which really helps the movie a lot. And this movie is a crescendo, I think. When it started, I was like, oh, this isn't very good.
Yeah.
And yet it kept getting more interesting, and there were funny parts, and there's a sweetness that runs throughout pretty much all these Adam Sandler movies that exists in this one too. So by the end of this movie, and because it was a Halloween movie and it just turned October, I was satisfied with my Hubie Halloween watching experience, and I think you will be too.
I'm gonna say wait, and my wait means like you can see this movie. I don't think like you have to see it or it's like a can't miss kind of movie, but I think it's like a fun movie, and especially during the month of October. It's got like a fun, Halloween kind of goofy.
It's spooky.
And I will say this, that it is like a whodunit. Is that what you call it? Like you're trying to figure out something in the movie, and
yeah, it was.
By the time we got over the midway point of the movie, I was like, who did do it? Like it kept me guessing, and I didn't know right up until the very end. So I thought that was a good quality for this movie to be able to bring.
Yeah.
Spoilers? I don't know if we're gonna get into spoilers, but spoilers.
But here we go. This movie, I will say this, even though I said go. I completely forgot that we watched it until you asked me to movie for it. And we didn't see it that long ago, right? It was
Friday.
So I was like, Hubie Halloween. So I remember at the end of my viewing experience, I was happy with having watched it.
Yeah.
But it's not like I really thought about it ever again. So it's not like a great movie, is my point. But it is a Halloween, a new Halloween movie.
Yeah.
That I think was pretty fun to watch on Netflix.
Yeah. Well, and I'm a big Kevin James fan. and I like to support like
We
his
are.
creative work. So when I saw the trailer for this, it was because I follow him on Instagram, and I was like, Kelsey, we're gonna watch this movie and release on Netflix.
I was excited too, but I thought like he was underutilized.
Well, he was a character. Like, there were so many characters in the movie. So before I get into that, let me just say, by the time we got halfway through the movie, I remember being there. I was like, I am bored. Are we gonna finish this movie? Like, that's how I felt.
I looked over at you once and you were just like, I was like, whoa.
But after the midway point, it really, like, something about the movie just gelled and came together. I really didn't know, like, who the villain was, because the movie had a similar thread as Halloween, in that when the movie starts, somebody has escaped from an asylum of some sort. They're in a neighborhood, it's Halloween, so I, in my head, was like, oh, this person is, like, gonna go around and murder people or whatever, a la Halloween. But that's not, like, how the movie unfolded. And I thought that was kind of, as it took me through that, it turned out like it had kind of a sweet thing with those, like the guy that escaped and why he escaped. And
that's a spoiler, though.
And then I just thought, and then it switched to somebody else, like Hubie, Adam Sandler's character, has like a love interest. Like, that was kind of like sweet too, and it's I thought it was good. But, like you said earlier, all-star cast. So one of the things about it was kind of like the old SNL meets the new SNL. So you had people from Saturday Night Live from a way long time ago, and then you had like the newer people. So I just thought that was an interesting, without being an SNL movie. You know what I mean? Like, there's some movies out there that are like just SNL, but I don't think of Adam Sandler as SNL. I know he's been like, on there, but I don't really think, like, I think of Happy Madison, and like, I just think of his movies different from that.
That's because you're just a little younger than me.
Maybe that's why, yeah. And I didn't grow up watching like Adam Sandler movies. Like, I didn't see them. I know people I went to school with did, but I hadn't seen them.
Yeah.
So, what else about this movie?
And then even when you asked me to do a movie review, I was like, well, what movie have we seen? Do you know what I mean? That's how forgettable this movie is.
It is kind of forgettable, but it was like kind of sweet.
I just want to be honest.
I didn't like about it was I didn't quite get Adam Sandler's character Hubie, how he was ruthlessly bullied in the community, like the entire town. I didn't understand like that. I didn't know what they were doing. To me, that doesn't. I was like, does that exist in real? Like, I just didn't get it. It seemed so over the top. I just didn't understand it.
Right.
And then at the end, it was kind of like, you guys, like, you take Hubie for granted, and he's sweet and nice, so it was kind of this. I was like, oh, this has a moral. This is a movie with like a moral lesson, like an old timey moral lesson. Like, there were just things like I didn't. But then that was kind of the sweetness, how the people at the end were like, I'm jealous because, like, I can't do this, or how they were, like, dissatisfied in their own lives, or they thought they didn't measure up, which is why they were so awful. I saw the truth in that, but, like, the bullying of Hubie was so over the top, it was hard for me. I mean, from the police, from the school, from teachers in the school, from, like, his neighbors, like, everybody, all the kids in the community, like, I just didn't get it.
But the prettiest and smartest and nicest girl in the whole town, she's been in love with him for 20 years.
She was.
It was just, I mean, don't think too hard about the plot. But, like, I enjoyed the movie.
It was fun, yeah. And I think it was.
I'm glad he makes movies, and like some of his movies are really good.
I appreciate his.
And I like that he keeps doing them.
Like, creative outlet,
Keep
right?
doing it,
Adam Sandler has some kind of agreement with Netflix, so if you just type in Adam Sandler, a ton of stuff's going to come up. And guys,
not all of them are good.
It's not all good.
Some of them are really, really bad.
Although you might like them. I know somebody else out there who probably likes a lot of those movies. They are not for Rachel. No, I don't care for them. But I appreciate somebody who keeps working creatively because you're going to have hits and misses because that's how creativity works.
Exactly.
Exactly. Hey, thanks for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
That's the 3 easiest ways to have a better life right now.
Trifecta of having a great life.